Hi, I'm Dream, and maybe you can't tell me. I have to do the side face for you guys to recognize me. The title is not clickbait. I may never be able to play Minecraft again, at least as good as I used to be. And I haven't really shared my concerns or expressed my true feelings with even people around me, I guess, my friends and my family, because I don't like being negative and I don't like thinking about the possibility of things being bad. But for those of you who don't know, I broke my wrist, and I broke my wrist actually over 6 months ago. And yes, I'm in a cast right now, which is kind of pointing towards the problem. I want to go ahead and tell you guys how I broke my wrist and what happened, and then also, I guess, why I'm afraid about the future and my hopefully ability to play. Over 6 months ago, my friend Sapnap, you guys might know him, he's in my videos, he was scheduled to be in a boxing event versus Tubbo. And he asked me, he said, "Hey, will you spar me?" And sparring is basically just like practice boxing. So you're not going too hard, but you're practicing. Of course, I don't know how to fight. I don't know how to box. I've never done any boxing training until after that. And I said, "Why not? Fine, I'll spar you. Could be fun." And so I went ahead and went and sparred him in our garage. And I broke my wrist in the process. Basically, I was throwing punches in ways that you shouldn't. I mean, the adrenaline was pumping. I don't know. I'm not a trained boxer or anything like that. So sometimes, usually you're supposed to throw kind of a straight punch. And I threw some where I was going kind of overhand, I guess, in a way, and hitting with like my wrist. You're supposed to hit with the front of your knuckles, and use the power of your forearm into it, not actually hit with your wrist. So I broke a bone called the scaphoid. And for those of you that are not familiar, it is one of the hardest bones in the body to heal. My luck. Yes, one of the hardest bones in the body to heal. It's because there's only one artery, I guess, that goes to the bone. And so if you break it, then parts of the bone can't properly receive blood and therefore can't heal as easily. And I actually didn't go to the doctor for a while. I avoided going into the doctor. I didn't know it was broken. And apparently it's actually pretty common when you break your scaphoid for you to do that because it feels differently than other breaks. Like there's less pain because of the blood flow. There was no pressure pain. Like I could press on it and it didn't hurt. And so I was like, okay, I strained my wrist or something. So I just need to let it heal. And I did. I put it in a splint. I wasn't really using it very often. Actually, during this time frame, the DeQuavis duel was happening. And so I was in a splint while I was training, and then I took the splint off for the duel and the manhunt. So actually in the DeQuavis duel and manhunt, I had a broken wrist. I didn't even know at the time. I played Minecraft, I did stuff normally, but I was recognizing I was not as good at the game. My aim was off. I was having really a hard time aiming, I guess, and fighting people PvPing because my wrist was just, especially when I was in a splint, but even after that, like my wrist, I didn't have the mobility that I had before with my wrist. Anyway, so I went into the doctor and they did some x-rays and they found that yes, indeed, I broke my scaphoid. And of course I was like, oh God, what does this mean? Does it mean that, I need surgery? And I did. They recommended me to a hand surgeon, and usually they take a long time because it's like a specialist, it's like a special surgery. It's not a surgery that happens all the time. So yeah, they were like, you should have surgery as soon as possible. You need the surgery. Do not go without it. People sometimes have decided to opt out of getting this surgery and they regret it because they just do not, their wrist just gets worse and worse, especially as they get older. I was like, okay, yeah, sign me up. I'll do it. I won't be able to play Minecraft for a while, but it's fine. I'll do it. And so 2.5 months ago, almost 3 months ago, I had surgery on my wrist. And what they did during the surgery was they took a bone graft from my forearm. So they went in here and they took bone and they put that in the missing spot for like a bone graft. They put it where my bone didn't heal. And then they put a screw through the bones, connecting them to each other to help with like stability and strength and make sure help the bone grow more. And basically I was told, don't do anything. Do not do anything. You're not to use your wrist. You can't do anything with it. Let it heal. You only get one shot. If this surgery doesn't work and your bone doesn't grow back, then you're gonna have another surgery. And this time, we can't take bone from the same place. So we're gonna take bone from your hip. So I had this surgery 2.5 months ago. Now I was originally told I was gonna be in a cast for almost a month, and as you can see, it's been 2.5 months. Almost 3. I went in for my doctor's appointment a couple weeks ago and they cut the cast off. I had a different cast before this. They cut it off and they did some more x-rays, try and see, and they said, yeah, you gotta have another cast for another month. and that at the end of that month that we'll cut it off, we'll do another x-ray, and we just hope that it will be healed. And then after that, you need physical therapy, which basically is just kind of like relearning to use my wrist, since my wrist has been inactive, it's being straight for months now. So I have to do physical therapy afterwards if, fingers crossed, everything's good. Now, during this time, you may notice I've uploaded some videos, but I recorded all those videos a while ago. I pre-recorded because I knew I had the surgery coming up, so I pre-recorded a couple of videos to put out. And of course, in those videos, people have commented, and also I've noticed as I was watching those videos, like my aim was getting worse. Like every video, my aim was getting worse. My performance in the videos was getting worse as well. I guess this just scares me because a big part of like who I am, I guess, is tied to my skill in this game that I have no idea if I'm going to be able to play at like the level that I've played, I guess, in the past. I've been using, there's this, you may have noticed my cast, like there's this like hole, and basically it's like a pop cap that has access to inside. This is actually for treatments that are, I mean, they're not experimental treatments. That's what I have generally been like thinking of them as, like they're not experimental. They've been proven like scientifically, but they are like niche treatments, and basically it's for helping the bone heal even better. Basically you're shooting like ultrasound waves at the bone, and somehow that's like putting it into healing mode all the time, like making it heal quicker and better and focus on it. I don't know, I'm not a scientist, I don't know enough about it to know how it works, but that's how I guess how cruddy this is. Every day shooting ultrasound waves into it, being like, please just heal. Just before this happened, I was planning to do 6 hunters, the next step in the manhunt series, add another hunter. I was doing training for that. That was why I was training for the DeQuavis duel, and I did some videos around that and the speedrunner swap with other people. I guess I'm obviously really hoping that it's fine. A couple weeks until my next appointment, and hopefully then they take the cast off, they x-ray it, and it's perfectly fine. That's what I'm hoping for. But there's a big part of me that's very scared and knows that I'm very lucky to be in the position that I'm in, and I'm very thankful for all of you guys and all the support that I've received over the years. Like, I always want to be able to put out the best content possible and the best videos for all of you guys. So, I mean, if you're not subscribed, you should be. Subscribe. Click the subscribe button. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Don't, but you can if you want to. I'm just really appreciative of everything that I have and the position that I'm in, and I'm really thankful for you guys and all the support you've always shown me. I guess I want you to bear with me, please, and be patient, because I want to put out the best content that I can. I need to heal my wrist, and I guess I'm worried about never being able to be as good as I used to be. I'm very confident that I will be. Like there's a huge part of me that's saying, no, I'm going to be better than I've ever been. I'm going to come back stronger. My wrist is going to be perfectly healed, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to put in more work than anyone ever has in the history of anything. Doesn't matter, because I always think like that. I grinding to get to where I am on the number of subscribers that I have. Grinding weight loss. Like I used to be over 500 pounds. That was obviously a tough like journey, and something that every day I woke up and had to work on. And I have no doubt in my mind that I'll do the exact same thing here, and it will be a comeback story, and it'll be something for the ages. We'll come back. We got 6 hunters, and I don't know. It'll be an incredible journey. I would feel disappointed in myself if I didn't put this out there, I guess, and let you guys know how I'm feeling and like what I'm thinking, and that not everything is sunshine and rainbows and butterflies. I hope that I'm fine, and I hope that everything works out, and I will keep you guys updated, but I'm scared. So just wanted to put that out there. I don't know. I hope you guys understand. I hope you guys get why I made this video. Hopefully it's not too random. I mean, we're on the road. We've been gaining subscribers. We've had momentum. We're resilient. It's just another bump in the road. So if you guys are here for the journey, like the video, subscribe, and just know that I beat DeQuavis with a broken wrist. So the sky's the limit from here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. See you soon, hopefully.